Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday nights slash Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. The market has been improving. We had dipped below 110,000 on Bitcoin on Thursday. We're back above that now, around 114. Let's go to the charts. Should be seeing my Bitcoin chart, day chart, and you can see we're above 114 now. A little bit of improvement here on the day chart. So that's good news. Ethereum is also improved. It dipped below 4,000. It's now above 4,200, above the 200 EMA, right at about the 50, still a little bit below the 20. Bitcoin is above all three of the EMAs. So that's the one actually has been improving the most. I checked on X/Twitter to see if there's any cutting edge news. I didn't really see anything other than the reminder that, hey, it's late September, October is coming. So historically, October has been a very good month for crypto, frequently called Uptober, and we'll see if that holds true again this year. All right. Well, that's a quick overview of the markets overall. I don't have much of an attendance today, so looks like Robin's here. Hello, Robin. And so this one could be quick. If I don't have much participation, these tend to go fast. So I'm going to start with crypto bubbles, one of my favorite free crypto sources, information sources, and I've got the 1 through 100 setting on the day, and I'm going to scroll down, sort by the day, and look for some coins that are trending up. So I'm looking for retraces and then recoveries. Zcash has been interesting lately, showing 10% earlier. Mantle isn't something I've really traded before, but I decided to look at it this morning. I'm on the KuCoin chart, or the Kraken chart, excuse me. And it was above the 80 on the RTI. It just dipped below. Quick review of my layout here. This is my day trading chart, 15-minute chart with supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo for support and resistance, the red zone resistance, support, the green zone, Bollinger Bands, and the SMA, simple moving average in between those. The RTI relative trend index, yeah, I use for alerts and to spot trends. And cumulative delta, I don't use that much anymore, but that can be for confirmation. Um, so Mantle at the moment is above the 80 with just dipped down below. My goal would be to catch it here below the 20 and then see if it makes a recovery. And that occurred on Saturday night and early Sunday morning. So you look at that, and that happened here, went up, did retrace down, and then you can see it made a move up to over 10%, 11%. So that's a really good day trade. If you want to catch a move like that on your alerts, right click on the RTI, add an alert, crossing up, probably on the 20. Could choose the 50 if you think it's moving more than usual. Once per bar close, then leave it on all day until you turn it off. Expiration open-ended, though you can choose a date and time to turn it off. Message, crypto bubbles, TradingView will remember the last few that you've used. Notifications, notify an app on my phone, show toast notification on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop. 3 notes reverb is one I like. My day trading, there's a few to choose from. I click create, and it should show up, yeah, on my alerts here, crypto bubbles, mantle. So that's the day trade layout. My swing trade layout is similar. Supply and demand visible range again for support and resistance, and then SuperTrend for alerts. Trendilo LSMA, this moving average indicator for confirmation. So when something's coming out of the green zone or pretty close to it, buy signal on the SuperTrend, Trendilo is green. That's the kind of trade I like to take. Yeah, here's an example. That one went up 9%. I would have been looking for this move here, probably 11%. So it would have gone back down, then come back up. I would have been out about here in 3 days. So nearly 12% in 3 days is a really good swing trade. I'm usually looking for 10 to 15%, and that would have qualified. At the moment, we're a little late for that move, and the buy signal it's executed. That was on Sunday afternoon, my time, and we're at the red zone now. This is not where I like to get in. Let's see, 4-hour chart, uh, 8-hour chart. So we're at the top of the range, even on the day chart on Mantle. So you might want to wait till it breaks through before considering this. Maybe set an alert up here around $2 and try to catch that trend. All right. So that's Mantle. I also wanted to look at Zcash, which isn't something I've traded in a while, but it's on my watch list. So let's go over and look at Zcash. Is there any news on Zcash? Not really since September 10th, according to TradingView. Okay, on the RTI, the last time it dipped down below 20 on Saturday evening, and then made a pretty good run from there. So that's the kind of move I'm looking to duplicate. I'm also going to look at this as a potential short. If it dips below the 80 on the RTI, then that could be a short play. That happened here on Saturday afternoon. And I'm only looking for about a 1%, 1.5% move on my day trade. So that would have worked for me. So I'm going to set up this RTI alert a little differently. But you see, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen me do this before. Entering a channel is the option. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. Crypto bubbles. And same notification. I'll get a rectangle here. Yeah. So when it dips below the 80, breaks above the 80, then dips, then I'll get an alert. And that's something I'll consider for a short. If it breaks below the 20 and comes back up, then dip and retrace. I like that. That's something I'll consider for a long. I'll check Bitcoin too to see what it's doing. And while those are in congruence, that's usually a trade I will take. All right, so that's Zcash as a day trade. Let's go to the swing trade layout. And it's at the top of the zone for that. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. And we had all-time highs with this. No, not really. Yeah, Zcash was over $200 in 2022. But after that big drop, its highest was 79.50, 72.11. That's from December 24. I don't know. Not something I'd want to trade on a long-term basis, but if it breaks through resistance, then it could be worthwhile. All right, so that's Zcash. Look at one more on crypto bubbles, and we'll look at something else. BNB I traded a few days ago, did pretty well. Solana, I haven't looked at Solana in a while. Link, XRP, AVAX, ETC. So there's some older projects here. They're showing positive moves. Not much though, 0.2, 0.3. Aave, Hedera, Tron. Solana has been a pretty good day trading coin for me, so I'll look at that one. Did break above the 80, then dip down below, then a little fake out here. On shorts, I like to see that line stab down, not just kind of putts around like this one's doing. So I don't know if I'll take that one yet. Let's see, do I have an older alert I can recycle? Not really handy. So I'll create a new one. Right click on the RTI, entering a channel, 80, super bar close, crypto bubbles. Go, should have my rectangle. Yeah, that one's ready. Okay, on my swing trade. It's in the middle of the two zones. It's on a sell though, but the Trendilo is trending up. We got a green candle, 5%, 7 days. I don't like that. 4 hour chart, got a buy signal. Got in now, went to the red zone, 14% in 10 days. That's pretty good. So I like more interested in that setup than the 1 hour. The 8 hour, pretty similar. Yeah, similar on the day as well. So 4 hour looks pretty good on the swing trade option on Solana. So let's look at a different source. It was crypto bubbles. And we looked at crypto or coin market cap sentiment last time. Coin gecko today. Sort by the 24 hour. We'll sort this one by the week. See what's been pumping for a week. Quant also flagged as a buy by CoinGecko. Mantle we looked at. IMX we looked at last week. BNB, Bitcoin. Let's look at IMX again, then BNB. This one's been a pretty good day trading coin. Kind of crashing, but recovering a little bit. Might be leveling off here at around 72 cents. And we're below the 20, so this one could be a good entry fairly soon. She got an alert, I can recycle. Tree channel. Rectangle. And that breaks above the 20, I'll get an alert. Breaks above the 80, like over here, and dips. That could be something I short. That made quite a move down. Yeah, down 7, almost 8%. So this is a classic dip and retrace. And see if that follows through on that. So I like that as a day trade. Let's look at it as a look at it as a swing. Sell signal is printing. I want to short this 7%. Looking to long, set an alert on the super trend, catch the next long signal or buy signal. Get the rest. So that's IMX. And what else we got? What's Astra? Did I look at Astra before? Uh, it's on Kraken as a perpetual. Let's see. Lowfin, which I don't think requires KYC. All right, it's above the 80 at the moment. It dipped, had a little run here, then dipped down again, came back up. So pretty good mover. This one is Astra. You might want to set your alert on the RTI and catch the next dip, or you could even trade a short on one of the foreign exchanges if you have access. There's a swing. Not that much history on Bluefin. We do have some resistance up here, about 234. So catch the next buy signal. 18%. That's a really good swing trade, 4 days. I like that. So that's got potential. So that's Aster. What is my finance? My X. Let's look at that. I'm using my usual symbol search to choose current exchanges and charts, but you can find this information also on CoinGecko and crypto bubbles and things like that. So Bybit, Kraken, let's see. Okay, it's on most of the chart, same exchanges we were looking at a moment ago for Aster, Kraken. Not much history on Kraken on a 15-minute chart, like it just started today or something. Huh. Let's choose a different one. Yeah. Oh, this is a stable coin? What is this? Let's find out. It's just got a pretty tight range. All right, so there's questions and answers here about the coin. I'm not going to take the time to read it all, but it shows where you can buy it, trading volume, trading range, market cap, things like that. So that's pretty good information to have on a new coin. I'll have to look at that later. If I'm so inclined, I may not be. Let's go back. 24-hour sort, 7-day sort. Quant, that's another one I wanted to look at. QNT. Because this one's on Coinbase. It's been in a range for a long time around $100. Between about 80 and like 110 off the top of my head. It's usually where it's been. We'll look at that more when we look at the 1-hour chart, but it's towards the top of its range on the day trading chart. Last time it did below 20 was Saturday early morning. Since then, we got up about 8%. So that would be a good day trade. We could duplicate that. So you might want to set your alert below, catch the next move below 20. And then we'll look at this as a swing, which is where I've traded this earlier in the year. Top of the range on the 1-hour, 4-hour, same. So the last couple of months, it's been between about 115 and 86. But it has broken back from the dip down to 86. And we have a buy signal on the 8-hour chart. So if you're a longer term swing trader, you got a retrace here, 11% in 48 days. Not that good. You catch this big move, 25%, 64 days. Longer than I want to be in a trade, but quant is something that has good potential, so the talking heads say. All right. Well, that's about all I was going to chat about. And I did have a couple people join me after all, Robin and Frank. Good to see you guys. Any questions or comments about what I talked about or things you want to talk about, coins you want to look at before we wrap it up? All right. Well, if you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that, though I'd rather see you live. Please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And I will most likely see you guys on Thursday night. Bye.